guys, I'm back with a new programming screencast. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you how do you speak with your interpreter, and then what are keywords are there in Python, and what is an identifier? How do you write the identifier? This is the main agenda for this screencast. So, uh, speaking with the interpreter, how do you speak with an interpreter? So, if I want to talk to you personally, how can I talk to you with some language, right? So, I am using our mother tongue or international language like English. So, we will be using some language to communicate. Yes or no? Between two persons, if communication has to be established, then if in that scenario we will be using one language. Yes or no? Between you and an interpreter, if the communication has to be established, then you need to know one language in which that interpreter has to know. That is what we are using Python. So Python, we are using Python to communicate between you and the interpreter. Yes or no? Finally, I will prove you guys learning Python is very simple, dead simple than English. So in English, for firstly, what you need to learn, what you used to learn letters. There are 26 letters. Firstly, you will learn 26 letters. Yes or no? Later on, you will learn words. Using that letters, you will be learning words. Later on, further from that, you will be learning statements, or sentences or statements. Later on, we will be learning grammar. Later on, we will be writing some paras. Later on, we will be writing some pages. This collection of pages is called as book. This is what, if you want to learn English, we will be undergoing all this process, undergoing all the stages, and then finally you will be writing one book if you want to be a professionalistic. Yes or no? Similarly, like English, in Python, we will be having something like this. So, letters are similar to programming elements in Python. There are very little programming elements. There are only some programming elements like variables, keywords, identifiers, and then with data types. There are constants. There are only few programming elements. Letters 26, very few programming elements. Words, how many words are there in English? Infinite words. Yes or no? In which human cannot count. Whereas reserved words, only 33 reserved words, only 33 reserved words are keywords in Python, guys. It is very simple to learn compared with English. There are infinite words. Learning infinite words is simple, or learning 32 keywords is simple. 33 keywords is simple. 33 keywords is simple. How many statements are there in English? There are infinite number of statements are there in English. Whereas how many statements are there in Python? Very few. Like if statement, if else if later, nested if, while loop, for each loop. Very few statements. If you learn these statements, you are good in Python. If you learn the 33 keywords, you are good in Python. Whereas if you want to learn English, there are many words, there are many vocabulary, there are many statements. Yes or no? Grammar. Learning grammar is very difficult task. We will be having so much of things like articles, prepositions, question tags, etc. We will be having lots of grammar. Whereas coming to Python, syntaxes, very few syntaxes, like how to write a class, how to syntax for class, syntax for function, syntax for method, syntax for try catch. Very few syntaxes we have. Learning syntaxes is very easy compared with learning grammar. And then paragraphs. How many paragraphs we have? Infinite paragraphs. But logics, how many logics we have? Logics in the sense mathematics. Logic depends on mathematics. If we have so many of mathematic formulas, we will implement that logics whatever we want. Yes or no? How many pages? How many pages of English are there? Many pages. Yes or no? How many programs? How many operations are there? That many programs are there. Book. Book is very similar to project. Book is a collection of pages. Project is a collection of programs. This is, guys, this is the difference between what you are seeing. One is English and Python. Finally you decide which is what is easy. Obviously Python is easy, because learning infinite thing is greater than learning finite thing. Python, all are in finite quantity. Definitely if you watch this series, you will be able to master in Python. So let us talk about these words in Python, reserve words or keywords. Yeah, I have already mentioned you there are 33 keywords. There are 33 keywords in Python. If you know these 33 keywords, the entire Python is knowing these keywords and usage of these keywords only. Okay, now keywords are reserved words, same, both are same. Okay, now we cannot use keyword as a variable name or a function name or any identifier. Okay, now if you use them, we will be getting contradictory. That is the reason why variable names should not be keyword. Variable names are all case sensitive. Case sensitive in the sense capital T is different from small t, which means there is a difference between uppercase letters and lowercase letters. There are 33 keywords in Python. Yes, we know that, as I was already mentioning that 33 keywords are there in Python. Whereas how many words are there in English? Infinite words. Learn these 33 keywords. It will be very useful. All keywords except true, false, none are in lowercase. They must be written as they are. So true, false, none. Except these three, remaining 30 keywords are written in lowercase. Only these three keywords are written in capital case. Like first tree, in true T is capital, in false F is capital, in none N is capital. Okay, now these three are the keywords that are written like this, and remaining all keywords are written as lowercase letters. Let us look on what are the keywords we have. See guys, there are 33 keywords. These are 33 keywords. Don't be panic. Don't by heart these keywords. Finally, at the end of our series, you will be learning all these keywords, and I will be showing you the slide in the end of this course also, where you need to be mastered. You need to know how to use all these keywords at the end of this course. Let us check. There are 33 keywords, right? So how can I find all these three keywords using programming? So there is a module called as is called as class. So I can import that class, and keywords.kw list is the method where you can find, where you can get all the keywords. Let me execute that. So let me open Jupyter Notebook. Yeah. So in this Jupyter Notebook, let me create a new Python file. Yeah guys, so I'm importing keywords, and see, these are the 33 keywords, KW keywords list. Okay, see here you are getting 33 keywords: false, none, true, and, yes, asset, async, await, break, class, continue, def, del, elif, else, except, finally, for, from, global, if, import, in, is, lambda, non-local, not, or, pass, raise, return, try, while, with, yield. All these are the 33 keywords that are present in Python. Okay, now? Okay. So now you get to know there are only 33 keywords. Class. Let us discuss about them. Class is used to define a class. Continue. To continue is a keyword which stops the present execution of present iteration and continue with the next iteration. Finally is a keyword used in exception handling to clean up. It is used for cleanup actions to break all the database connections. That is for we are using finally keyword. For is a keyword which is used for looping iterations. From is a keyword which is used for importing the libraries. Def is a keyword which is used for defining the functions. Del is a keyword which is used to define the variable. So like this, every keyword is having its own implication. To the end, we will be using all these keywords. Okay, now that is about the 33 keywords which we have in Python. Now let us talk about identifiers. What are identifiers? So this identifier is a name given to entities like class, functions, variables, etc. It keeps us to differentiate one entity from others. So there are group of people, guys. Let us talk like this. There are group of people. If I call a man, who will respond to me? There are group of people. There are multiple number of people. Yes. If there are multiple number of people, then everyone should have their own entity. Yes or no? They should have their identification, like name, like size, like color. One should have he should have his identification. Yes or no? So if he is having his identification or identifier like name, size, color, creed. So if you are having like that, then I will call him directly. Hey Nag, hey Shaker, hey take my hair. So if there are like this, if there is a name for that, definitely I will call with that name. Like that, if you are having some classes, if you are having some functions, if you are having some variables, everything, every class, every function, every variable they should be named. Naming of that functions, class, variables is called as identifier. Okay, now. So if you have a name, then we can definitely differentiate them. Yes or no? So what are the rules are there for writing an identifiers? First rule is identifiers are combination of lowercase letters, uppercase letters, as well as digit and underscore. Only these are possible to write an identifier. Okay, now. So for example, names like shape class, shape underscore 1, upload underscore shape underscore 2 underscore db are all identifiers, valid identifiers. Second thing, a identifier should not start with a digit. Okay, now zero shape is incorrect. Shape 1 is incorrect. Shape 1 is valid. So a variable should be combination of lowercase letter, uppercase letter, as well as digit. A variable cannot start with an digit. Okay, now. So variable cannot be an identifier. Identifier cannot be a keyword, as I have already mentioned you in the beginning of this video. While we are talking about identifiers, while we are talking about keywords, a keyword should not be an identifier. If you use that, we will be getting syntax error. Okay, if you start a variable with the digit, also we will be getting an identifier. Okay, now we should not use the special symbols like exclamation, at the rate, hash, dollar, percentile as an identifier. If you use that, also we will be getting an error. Okay, now identifier can be of any length. We can use identifier of any length, but using larger than 79 characters would lead to violation of rules set by the Pipette guidelines. So Pipette guidelines is the standard, guys, for Python. So if you write more than 79 characters, it is not a good programming paradigm, but Python allows you to write length as much as you can. Variable name can be case sensitive. As I was already mentioned you, Python is an case sensitive language where there is difference between uppercase letters and lowercase letters. Num and small num are different. That's it. So before going into task, I will execute you all the things what I said till now. Okay, now see guys, as we had find all the keywords, now let me go on to identifier rules. First thing, an identifier can be combination of lowercase, uppercase, right? So I'll declare a variable with lowercase number, uppercase, and underscore, which is equivalent to 20. Is valid or not? Yeah, it is valid. So now let me start a variable with number 2a, which is equal to 20. Is it valid or not? No, it is not valid. Here we are getting syntax error, right? So a variable should not start with a number. A variable can be combination of lowercase, uppercase, and underscore. Okay na? A variable cannot be a keyword. We know there are 33 keywords, right? See, let us pick one keyword. First keyword is let me pick it as and. Okay na? So and is equal to 1. Is valid or invalid? It is invalid because keyword cannot be an identifier. Okay na? Let me pick a variable should not contain special characters. Let us do that. So a exclamation is equal to a at the rate is equal to 0. Is it valid or invalid? It is valid because a is. So see, we should not have any special symbols. That is why we are getting an error. So let me type a variable with large number with more characters. This is also valid. See, this is valid. So these are the valid identifiers. Okay na? A variable can have, these are the rules for writing identifier, guys. Okay na? So I will be giving a task. The task is write a Python program to check whether a given identifier is valid or not. This is a task for you guys. So if you have any queries regarding this task, you can post them on the comment box. I will be helping you. If you get the solution, you can post there. We will be discussing about that solution in the next video. If you have any queries, you can post them. I will be answering this task in the next video. Okay na? That's it for this video, guys. I hope this content will be very useful for you. Please do share, like this video. If you have any queries regarding task or regarding the concept, you can put them on the comment box. Please do follow us on Tech My Hair. Tech My Hair Insta page. Thank you.